Hey everyone, wanted to share with you some information here that I've discovered and I've sort of missed. And I first of all want to apologize about this. In chapter 1 in Excel, in Challenge Yourself 1.3, this is slipped through and I did not realize it was here. They talk about using what's called an absolute cell reference. Most of the time when you build formulas, when you copy or fill your formula, you want those cell references to change. But there are occasions when you want to make sure you lock that cell reference in so it doesn't change. And in Challenge Yourself 1.3, they do that. So I want to make sure I show you how you do this. For those who've submitted the assignment, please make sure you go back and fix it and resubmit this to get credit for this. Some of you have figured it out, which is fine. But again, like I said, I apologize. This is a major concept within Excel. So you should be good on everything down through step number 10. So this is where they tell you to build the formula. So what they want you to do is jump back over here to cell B25, and they want you to build a formula. So you start off with an equals here, and you want to calculate the total billable hours, which is in cell B23. So I'm going to click on the 7.25, and then I'm going to multiply by the billable rate, which is in cell B4. So I'm going to come up here. Here's my billable rate of $165. Now, this is where the problem is. If I don't lock this cell in when I fill across, I'm going to get error messages or it's not going to calculate properly. So let me hit enter on this. So I get total billable hours here and I start filling this across. And notice how I get zeros here. That's not what you want. So if you compare back to the answer, you're going to realize right away there's something wrong, something's going on. You must have formulas in here. So I'm going to undo this formula here. Just Control Z, and I'm going to do this again. And I'll show you how to do an absolute reference on this. So I'm going to again start off with like I do normally, equals, click on cell B23, and I'm going to multiply it by cell B4. But now when I'm up here at cell B4, it's $165. At this point, again, I'm using a PC. I'm going to convert this to an absolute cell reference by hitting or striking the F4 key on my keyboard. What it does is that if you notice up here, it puts in a $ before the column letter and a $ before the row number. That will prevent that from changing. So as I fill and copy this out to the right, it's always going to be cell B4. Now, the cell reference to the left of that is a relative reference. So where it says equals B23, that would change to B24, or I'm sorry, C23, D23. It's going to keep on changing as I go across the columns, or it could change down the row if I would be going in that direction. In this case, I'm not. So I'm going to hit enter. Now that would take care of item number 10, and then in item number 11, I want to autofill my formula I just made from B25 through H25. And then you want to go back and you want to check your answers on this. You'll have to go back after you do this. Eventually, you're going to have to go back and do some formatting on this. Okay, but again, this should take care of step number 10 and 11 for you, minus the formats on here. So if you go back and check your answers, okay, with the answer key by using a relative cell reference here, and I'm just looking over my shoulder here to make sure, yeah, I did this right. Okay, I mean, again, you'll have to go back and continue with the directions here and put in the formats that they want, but they are talking about using absolute cell references with this. One thing I can do also on my worksheet here to show you, I can, instead of seeing the answers here, if I hit Control tilde, it converts to the formula compared to the answer. Now, when you do this, you temporarily hide any formatting. So here I can see all my formulas within here. Notice how, again, it's always going to say B4 with the $signs. Now, you can type the $signs in if you want. You don't have to use the function for, if you're on a Mac, that's not going to work. But you simply have to put the $signs. The $signs are used to lock that. When we have class next, I will talk about how this works, and I'll give you some examples. And we can also get into something called mixed cell references, where you can have like sort of a combination between a locking, an absolute, and a relative. But again, I think this is important that you understand this concept. And again, we will practice this a little bit in class next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.